Today we're going to be in San Juan. We're actually going to do the ship tour portion of the video today and skip going into town in San Juan. We've been there a number of times, and again we're back to back in this cruise. So next week we'll probably do a little less video and a little more getting off the ship and doing some things and checking some stuff out. So but yeah, that's our plan for today, and I think we're gonna go grab breakfast at Shack's Big Chicken. They serve breakfast from 7 to 3 p.m. So 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we're gonna go grab breakfast there and see what the rest of the day brings. We are on deck 6.
Yeah.
So when you come down the stairs or get off the elevator here on deck 6, we're actually deck 6 forward, and over here we have the Cloud 9 spa and thermal suite, so you can go in there and take care of all of your pampering needs. Also have the Grand Spectrum Theater, which is right down here. Hi. So this takes you on into the theater. And then immediately on the opposite side is the fitness center. Let me get the door. And their hours. Come in the fitness center. So, got a variety of different machines. Some free weights. Lots of ellipticals. And then of course on this side there's several treadmills and a combination of bikes, recumbent bikes, regular bikes. And of course this is a really nice view when the ship's moving. We are currently in port in San Juan, so okay.
Excuse me.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right.
This is also the floor that you come in on, because you said originally that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the floor you'll enter the ship on.
Yeah, this is the floor that you enter the ship on. And we'll show you that area.
We try to do something special.
And so coming down here, it kind of branches off. You can go to the left or to the right, but right here we have the comedy club. So this is the Punchliner Comedy Club, and they will always highlight the featured comedians. Of course. Like that. All right, coming to the right, coming up on Piano Bar 88, and we like to hang out in here. What's that? Piano bar. Lots of seating. In the bar area.
Eden, if you ever get a chance to be on a ship with him, he's awesome.
Eden Parker.
If you ever get a chance to cruise while he's on.
Yeah, he's one of the best that we've seen, and you can check out his music, Eden Parker Music, anywhere where you get your music. You really notice just so this ship is really similar to the Mardi Gras. I mean, it's essentially the same layout, but the decor is obviously more in line with celebrating kind of the history of Carnival. Now we're coming up on the Java Blue Cafe. So they've got a station here where you can get some coffee, ice and water. And then normally they have various sandwiches or other treats.
No extra charge.
Yeah, those are included. They don't have those out right now. You can grab some drinks here. Of course, the specialty coffees. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you? And again, they'll usually have some grab and go options here, like granola, fresh fruit, and again, drinks, which if you have the Cheers package are included with the Cheers package. All right, and this is kind of the
This is taking place of the atrium bars and things. This bar over here on the left.
yeah. So this is sort of the Grand Central area. So you got the Tropical bar over there, and of course back that way would take us back to the stairs and the elevators. But this is where they do a lot of the shows at center stage.
People don't really like this setup.
Yeah, some people don't like this setup because all of this seating here is, as you can see, it's roped off so that people don't mess with the seating arrangements for the shows. And then of course, you've got this seating area here. I think kind of the main thing is like on some of the other ships when you walk in and you kind of have that atrium bar set up, and you can see all the way up, and here you kind of have these low ceilings. So but it's a nice area to sit in.
You can't see the shows very well, and people get here so early, and it's hard to get a seat if you don't get here like an hour to 2 hours early.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but the seating for the shows is, if you're sitting back here, you can't see the shows as well, and it does fill up extremely early.
Technically, this is the door we came in. Where
Yeah.
those chairs are, we came in through that door onto the ship, and to me, it's less spectacular because you just come into just like this basic.
Yeah. If you
Area.
watch the video of where we came on the ship, this is where we came on, and yeah, I mean, it's not open
Don't
like
get
the
that big
atrium.
atrium feeling.
Yeah.
Until you walk through. And
Yeah. And then over there is the cherry on top. You get all your sweet treats. And then we've got this Rolls Royce. And it says this was previously installed in the City of Lights Boulevard on the Carnival Ecstasy. So again, they've taken a lot of decor, a lot of things from older ships, And they have them on here celebrating Carnival's history. Which way? So we're gonna go this way. Mm. So now we're coming into the Golden Jubilee bar area. Okay, so this was the Brass Magnolia?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Brass Magnolia on Mardi Gras. But you can see up here they've got these layouts, the blueprints from some of the older ships in the fleet. Celebrating 50 years of fun ships. So, and then this is the seating area. So if you've been on the Mardi Gras, this would be where they had the Brass Magnolia and, you know, did a lot of jazz type music mostly in here.
The difference was this is all glassed off, whereas on the Mardi Gras it's open, and people complained about too much noise coming from out there, so you can hear the music better in here.
Okay, so they enclosed this area to get a little bit better acoustics.
Yeah. Or for the noise not to go out there to bother people out there either.
Cool.
It's definitely smaller that way.
Yeah. And of course, here's a nice big replica of the ship. And then along the walkway here, they have these little windows that, you know, really kind of take you starting to, you know, through time, sort of like I'm going in the opposite direction, but this is kind of showing the evolution of the fun ships as it was from today. Here's the 2010s, and that's when they added like the Red Frog rum bar, the pub, and the brewery. In the 2000s, of course, the 90s had those nice open atriums with the elevators. And then this is actually from one of the ships, but I don't remember which ship. Do you remember which ship this is from? Let's see if it says.
Oh, this is where it's made. No.
But, you know, this is how they controlled the ship back in the day. And then over here, kind of got from the 70s through today. And then they got like a little QR code you can scan and see more information, more photos. Got the 80s. And then, of course, the first fun ships back in the 70s. And I know we all miss the hairstyles from the 70s. And then, of course, right here we've got the Carnival restaurant. This is one of the main dining rooms on the ship.
I think this is for set time dining.
Okay. And we're coming around here to where this area would be the
Would have been the
fortune teller. So we've come around. We're about midship now, and back this way you can see the Grand Central area, and then there's some of the fun shops. some stairs, which will take you up to that area there up above us, which is like the Alchemy Bar area. And then in place of the fortune teller, we have the Latitude. This is the Latitude's bar. And on the Mardi Gras, this area would be going into the French Quarter. And we don't have the French Quarter on here, but we still...
Called the Gateway.
This is called the Gateway. And of course you got Emerald's Bistro.
Which was on the other side. But they moved it, so now there's more seating over here, and it seems like much more counter space on this side.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a bigger seating area. And then these windows up here actually change throughout the day. And then they do a show, like a journey through time. We haven't seen it yet, but these windows will change throughout the day. And sometimes they show sort of like an ocean scene with a ship or a blimp or some geese flying by. But yeah, they change throughout the day. All right. Try to get the menu here for you. All right. Again, some more stairs to take you up to deck 7. And then this is the Carnival Kitchens. Good morning. How are you? So you can take a cooking class in there. And then, oh, you're fine. And then, yeah. Good looking man right there. And then this is the Festival restaurant, so one of the other main dining rooms. I think this is the one that we went to.
For your time dining for the most part.
So, and I think that takes us to the end of deck 6.
There's 3 sets of elevators.
Yep, plenty of elevators.
But they're small.
And now we are on deck 7. And so we've come up the stairs from deck 6. We're actually in the aft area of deck 7. And so again, you've got the Festival restaurant here in the aft. And we're gonna work our way forward. So we've got the Dream Studio here. All your portrait needs. Some stairs. You can go down, they go up. And then here we have the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. So we made a reservation for this on the first day, on embarkation day. And for me, I would recommend doing that. On the first day, you don't have to be dressed up, and I'm just not a big dress-up person. So you can come dressed in casual. And then you also get a free bottle of wine. Now, there is an upcharge, as you can see here, $48 per person. But here's the menu. Now, I had the spiced rub USDA prime ribeye, and it was fantastic. And then I think, you know, for our wine choice, I think we had a bottle of Cab. But would highly recommend giving this a try at least one time. And like I said, if you book it on the first day, if you make your reservation for the first day on embarkation day, you don't have to dress up. You can come dressed casually. And they allow that because some people may or may not have gotten their luggage yet. So it's really, for me, it's the way to go. And we're coming in up on the Alchemy Bar area. So you can see they've got some really nice seating areas. So the Alchemy Bar, for those of you that are familiar with it, you know it can get pretty crowded. So this is kind of a nice area. You can get a drink from the Alchemy Bar. You can come have a sit. You can come have a seat. And this is right where we just kind of recorded our little review of Shaq's Big Chicken. But you can see this, it's called the Gateway. Yeah, the Gateway area. And again, all the windows. So we're looking down on the Gateway area here and the Latitude Bar. And as we continue forward, we're going to come up on the Alchemy Bar here. And again, we are in port in San Juan, so most people are off the ship, and that's why we chose to do this now, because we thought it's less people. Some people don't like being videoed. Here's the Limelight Lounge. Yeah, it says there's a private function going on in there right now, so we won't go look in there, but they've had some comedy in there, some different shows. So it has been interesting because they've had comedy in the Punchliner, but they've also had comedy in the Limelight. And sometimes they do high seas karaoke. Got some restrooms around the corner here. Elevators.
You can come out the Limelight there.
Yep. Then we're coming up on some of the shops. So this is the liquor store. So this one was actually a little bit different. The liquor store on the Mardi Gras is, excuse me, right outside of the Pig and Anchor Brewery on deck 8. So if you like shopping in the liquor store, that's where it is. It is on deck 7 mid. Yep. Right next to the Island Traders shop. And then we have the casino area here. So you can come in here. This is one way into the casino, which they really don't like you video in the casino, so we're not gonna video in there, but I think we might be able to do it while they're not playing. So, and again, here we are in the Grand Central or center stage area, and you know, I'm sure you guys have seen other videos where they'll have those windows open and you can see out. You know, when the ship's moving, you can kind of watch the ocean, watch the water passing by. And then they also have it set up that they can change it to different scenes.
Well, it's not
So,
open now because the setup for the circus show is quite intense. And
Yeah.
as you see, they still have things set up from last night because they're doing it again tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, so they do have, like Angie said, some of the stuff still set up for the circus show.
And there's that bar over there. I think it's called Aquarius or...
Yeah. Yeah, we will make our way over to that. You want to walk through the casino, or?
We could do that first and then come back here.
Oh.
And then we'll walk that way through. Just do that bar. 'cause
Okay.
then that's all casino past
Yeah.
there.
So this is actually, we were sitting up there last night.
I couldn't see though over in the
Yeah,
back corner.
we were sitting up there in those seats because all these seats were already filled. And, you know, like we said, if you don't get here early, you're not getting a seat. Continuing forward. And here's the Aquaria bar. I think it's some really cool artwork. Keeping with the aqua theme. All right, we're gonna head back here and see if we can't walk through the casino.
What do we keep calling this?
Grand Central,
No.
Center Stage.
It's Celebration Central.
Yeah.
It's very confusing having been on the
Celebration
Mardi
Central.
Gras and then coming
Right.
here, everything has changed names a little.
Yeah, like we said, the layout of the ship is essentially the same. You know, very few differences, but the theme is clearly the biggest difference. All right, here we are. You can see that games are temporarily unavailable because the casino is technically closed. But we're continuing forward. So there's the Carnival Players Club area. And they are having, this is one of the cruises that a lot of folks got casino deals. So, you know, if you do spend time and a lot of money in the casino, you can get some really good deals on cruise offerings. And then of course they have a bar in here, and then on the other side is still more casino.
Past this pole right here, you can smoke.
Yeah.
But you're only supposed to smoke if you're playing a game. You're not allowed to smoke at the bar. And you're not allowed to smoke on the other side of that pole. And I saw one of the workers the other day telling a lady, she started walking over there, and he said, "No, ma'am, you can't. You have to smoke on this side." And I don't really smell it over there.
No, you don't. It's kind of weird. They really must have a pretty good air system, because I mean, even here, being on the smoking side of the casino, and granted there's nobody in here smoking right now, but it doesn't really, it's very subtle smell of any smoke. So they must have a really good air system. So, and here we are again now with the Grand Spectrum Theater.
Did you go in it?
I didn't walk all the way in it.
No, you go.
Can we go in it?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Steps.
So here is the Grand Spectrum Theater, and the Flying Scotsman is actually on this ship. So Lee is the cruise director, but the Flying Scotsman is on here because I think he's going to be taking over from Lee. And I don't know if he's going to be the cruise director for our cruise next week, but I do know that he is doing a show in here tonight at 9:45. And we've not been on a cruise with the Flying Scotsman, so we definitely want to check out the show. So this is the Grand
Smaller.
Spectrum.
The theater's smaller because of having the Celebration Central.
Yeah.
That's one thing people don't like, because on the other ships, like, you have 2-3 levels of seating, like whole different floors.
Right. And we're back out. And that is it for deck 7. All right, and here we are on deck 8. Ooh. All right, so in deck 8, we are forward, and over this way we have the Havana staterooms and suites. And to the left, we'll go back that way, we have the Havana bar.
This shows where there's a lot on this floor. And you can see 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, and 15 are all staterooms, so we won't be on those floors.
Yeah. So we are there. So you can kind of see what's on the deck. And each one of the decks have these maps. And they will tell you, in addition to what is on this deck, where you can find areas you might be looking for on the other decks. So if we go around the corner there, we would go into the Havana bar. We're gonna go forward. Technically, we're traveling towards the rear of the ship, or aft. And here we have Chibang. So Chibang, I'm sure many of you have watching these videos, but it is Chinese and Mexican cuisine. So here's the menu. You see dinner options for Chinese.
But for the ships that don't have a chibang on it, for lunchtime, they do the noodle bowls, which they do on other ships, but it's called something different. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't either.
Like on Lido, usually right next to Cucina del Capitano, they'll have where Cucina will do lunch stuff, and so will there's a Chinese bowl place, but I can't remember. It's kind of like a I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like a Mongolian wok sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually ate in Chibang last night.
Very
and
good.
Yeah, I did the Mexican cuisine, Angie did Chinese.
Very good.
Here's the Havana bar. So I had loaded nachos and steak, something or other. Very good. Angie had, I don't remember what she had, but it was like some sort of spicy dish. So this was the Havana bar. Really good area to hang out. Some really good drinks. You can get specialty coffees here as well. Sorry. And then this is where they've been doing the karaoke. And you can see they're setting up for some games. They do games in here, a lot of trivia. And then right outside, you can see through that door is another bar. And that's actually another smoking area outside. Actually, that's not the smoking area. It's further up. So I'll point that out when we get to it. But And they have all these automatic doors on here. You know, like here's the restrooms. So they have these automatic doors. Just wave your hand in front of it. And the door opens. It does take a minute for it to close. So you kind of got to wait on that, but it will close. But a lot of it's mostly hands-free. Got another dream studio. Here we're back in the Celebration Central, and we're up above the Aquaria bar.
I have the flip cup first.
Oh, okay,
And then I have a memory game. I have a lot.
Okay.
5 events. Yeah.
All right, we'll be there.
See you there.
We'll see you there. And again, looking down over the Celebration Central. I'm glad you caught that, because I would have kept calling it the Grand Central the whole time. So we got stairs that go down into the casino. And now we're coming up on Teppanyaki, Bonsai Teppanyaki. So it's like a Japanese steakhouse. And they'll cook the meal there in front of you. We did this on the Mardi Gras, right? No? What did we do it on?
We did it in Mexico.
Oh, that's right. I
Well,
stand corrected again. And here's the bonsai sushi. Now those are both an upcharge.
Yeah.
So, but the sushi is really good. Haven't had it in a long time, but
You had it on our last one when Bailey split a boat.
on Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm glad I have her to be my memory, because it's not so good. More fun shops. Elevators coming up on 8 mid area. And getting into the big pixel gallery area. Now, I will tell you. What?
Nothing.
These are great spots to look for ducks. If you're a duck hunter on a ship, a lot of times you'll find ducks tucked back in there. So just a clue. Now this is where, if you're in the VIFP and you get on the ship, and they used to put like a VIFP pin in your room, but since COVID, they actually have them here at this desk in the Pixels gallery. And then if you're Diamond Platinum, you would find your gift here as well. So we just turned Platinum on this cruise. And the gift was like, it's a koozie.
So it's like one of those slap bracelet type things where it's flat, or you can put it around whatever size can you have.
Took us a minute to figure it out, but
Maybe you.
it really took her about 30 seconds to think, oh, this is a koozie, and she slapped it around her wrist, but yeah. Okay, so what's this called on Mardi Gras? This is 820 Biscayne. Welcome to Miami. So this is all themed, you know, after Miami.
Summer landing, the whole thing.
Yeah. So you got the 820 bar over here. Now, outside of this bar is the smoking area. And you can get specialty coffees at this bar as well. And then over here, we have Cucina del Capitano, which we may be trying this out tonight. Right now it's included. But you can see they have lunch options. And dinner. Beverages. And all the restaurants have these barcodes. You can scan them with your phone and see the menu options. But they will also give you a menu if you'd rather have one to hold in your hand. So. And then there's a nice seating areas. So there's plenty of seating areas on the ship. Kind of near every bar, you're gonna find a place to sit. But you can go right out here and there's the smoking area. So now we're coming into this area. As you can see, it's called Miami Slice. It's not the Pizzeria Del Capitan, just Miami Slice. They've got some different pizza options. So there's a picadillo. I had the La Habana pizza, really good. I'm not a huge chorizo fan, but honestly, I couldn't really taste it. And it was very delicious. You got the quattro, well, it's really 4 cheese, right? Of course, pepperoni, always a favorite. And a margarita. And then of course we have the deli here. Lots of different options for sandwiches, different breads, hot dogs.
This is a good area for kids eating.
Yeah.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, this is a really good area for kids.
Doing pizza, hot dogs. There's ice cream down here in the here. Macaroni and cheese down here for kids. Rudy's.
Oh yeah. Rudy's Sea Grill. And we have a reservation there for the first night of our cruise next week as we do part 2, so Sunday night. It is an upcharge. Here's the menu.
Everybody else signed up. 17,280. Who already on? Maybe Rihanna is, but me, my mom, my dad, Carl, Ari, and Dynasty are all in their room. They're not off the boat.
So that's Rudy's Sea Grill.
Tell Jack to go to
Carnival Adventures, you can book your excursions. They have information on excursions. And then, of course, they have these computers where you can look at your excursions and book right through here. And then this is the guest services area. So if you have any issues while you're on the ship, you just come in here to guest services. There's 2 different lines. Diamond, Platinum have their own line here. And then we're now coming into the summer landing area on the aft of the ship. And here we have Guy's Pig and Anchor, the smokehouse and the brew house. Got the patio back there, the store, and the Heroes Tribute Lounge, which is a really cool area. So as we come in here, you've got the Carnival store here. You get all your Carnival swag. And then over here, we have the brewery. And they do offer a tour of the brewery. And I did it on the Mardi Gras. It was a really great time. You drink a lot of beer. but it will go over the brewing process and how they actually brew the beers. Spent a lot of time talking about that, and then sampling the various beers that they have. So they have the Toasted Amber, Farmhouse Ale, their West Coast IPA, and the Smoked Porter. I really like the West Coast IPA. They also have right now, it's a limited edition bottle of a white stout that's barrel aged. So I did try that. That was not included with the Cheers package. That was actually an upcharge. So we have the Cheers package, but that was an upcharge. So over here you can see you got the Pig and Anchor area. Good morning. And I will tell you, if you want the best Bloody Mary you've ever had, this is the place to come and get it. Delicious Bloody Mary. And if you're a bourbon fan and like a good Manhattan, this is a place to come get it. Here's the brewmaster himself.
What's going on?
He's the guy that leads the awesome brewery experience. So you were on the Mardi Gras last year, right? June? Yep. So he led the brewery tour then. They've got a lot of good bourbons here. And but they're not all included with the Cheers package, particularly this Boss Hog. Whoop. There we are. So that is an upcharge, $60 for a pour. But I will tell you this, if you are a bourbon fan, I did find Blanton's in the bar at the steakhouse. So then they have some drinks over here. Get coffee, juice, water, sodas. And then in the mornings, you can get breakfast here. So this is another area where they have a breakfast buffet set up. And then you can see back in the back, they'll have a stage area and they'll do karaoke, or not karaoke. They'll have a band playing here. A lot of times they do trivia back here as well. And then over here is the Heroes Tribute Lounge. It's a really cool area. It's a tribute to our service members. And being a veteran myself, I really appreciate the fact that, they got this area that's sort of dedicated to those that served, and particularly those that made the ultimate sacrifice for this great country that we live in. Well, they have some TVs back here so you can come watch your sporting events. They had the NFL playoffs this past Sunday, and then a really nice lounge area just to kind of chill out and relax in. And then also back here, you're going to find your shuffleboard, some foosball. Yeah. And then, yeah, we can go out there.
There's nothing on that side.
Yeah.
This has the watering hole over here.
Yeah.
Bar.
They do have restrooms back here. It's a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. You open this up, and this door opens up, and so you walk in, and there's the women's, and there's the men's. So it is kind of a common entry area. And then as you come outside, we've got the hot tub area out here.
Usually we go out the back door. And
Yeah,
take it back.
normally we would go out the back, but they were cleaning or doing something right outside those doors. But yeah, there's this nice kind of quiet area back here for seating, and this pool, which is really nice. We were out here yesterday earlier in the morning and came out here to this pool for a few hours, grabbed a couple of loungers there, and then sat in the loungers in the water and just generally enjoyed the view and the sun. It was a little cooler yesterday, but very comfortable. It was cool enough yesterday that we actually ventured into the hot tub. I hadn't been in one. All the cruises we've been on, I hadn't been in one of the hot tubs, but sat in here for a little while yesterday. And then here you got the watering hole bar.
I think they did that mainly because, like, on the Ocean Plaza bars was where the hot tubs are on a lot of the other older ships.
Yeah.
And people would come into the bars inside, and then they'd get the inside floor all wet and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think this might help cut down on that, because I don't see that very often. In,
Right.
Guys.
Yeah. And you want to cut through the other side? I know Guys Pig and Anchor, the smokehouse, is
Well,
on the other side opposite side of the ship.
The window for sea day food, yes.
Yeah.
Over there.
So we'll cut back through there and we'll show you where you would go on a sea day if you want some good barbecue. So we're just going to cut over to the other side. Maybe. There we go. So now, this is where you would come on the sea days for lunch. They have this open up for the Pig and Anchor barbecue.
But on this ship and the Mardi Gras, the dinner option is included, whereas on other ships it is not. So you can eat here at no charge in the dining room in the evening, but you have to check in. I think with here though, you check in at the front. You don't check in on the app.
Yeah, that's a good call out here on the Mardi Gras on this ship. This is included at dinner time, and I know we ate on the Horizon.
You paid for it.
And we paid for it. It was very good.
It wasn't that expensive.
No, it was like
Not that expensive.
$10 maybe. I don't remember, but it wasn't very expensive. Now, I will say this. On the Mardi Gras, I came down here on a lunch day, on a sea day, and got some of the pulled pork. And then I went and got a Guy's burger, and I put the pulled pork on the Guy's burger and kind of did a Guy's Pig and Anchor smash up, which I will eventually get that posted, but it was delicious. When you do the brewery tour, this area right here is mostly where you're going to spend most of the time, and sit back there, and then the brewmaster kind of talks a little bit about the history of Carnival, getting into the brewing and craft beer business, and eventually having onboard breweries, and talks about the brewing process and kind of what's, the important ingredients and all that kind of stuff. And then you sample all the different beers, and and then you get a beer mug and like a little certificate saying that you attended the session. So it's kind of cool experience. And that is kind of an excursion, so it is an upcharge. It's like $28, I think. But well worth it if you are a craft beer fan. You'll really enjoy it. So lots of seating options out here. Now we're working our way back forward on the outside here of deck 8. And right now they are doing refueling. So even in the smoking areas, there's no smoking on the ship.
You can see, we're only on deck 8, and if you look across, they don't have but a couple decks above us
Yeah.
from where we're at right now. So it shows how big
The ship is.
compared to that. That's
Yeah.
an older Royal Caribbean ship. It's the grandeur of the seas, but I think it used to probably be their biggest one at some point.
Yeah.
Probably Cucina.
Yeah. You can see they've got a lot of outdoor and, you know, a lot of covered outdoor space
I
too.
noticed in the restaurants is they all, even at Big and Anchor, I think it was, no, the sushi place, they have high chairs.
Yeah.
And at the sushi place, they have like the tall high chair because all the tables are tall. So they're like ones that will go at a bar table.
Oh, wow. I didn't notice that. She picks up on all the details,
Yeah.
most of them.
Coming up on Havana Cabins, we won't be able to go up there.
Yeah, you have to have a wristband to get into the Havana Cabins. So,
I guess, I'm sure we can go in here.
yeah.
Oh,
Nope, locked.
so we have to go back.
All right. All right, so we're back inside and we're waiting on an elevator right now because we're gonna go up to deck 16. We had to come back inside. We had to come back to the aft of the ship because we had made it up to the Havana Cabins and we couldn't go any further. So we came back in, but I wanted to just point out, so we're gonna skip some floors here and we're gonna go up to 16 because as you can see, basically from 9 through 15 is all staterooms, you know, and we haven't hit some of the lower decks where you're gonna find Camp Ocean, Dr. Seuss Bookville, the Family Harbor Lounge, you know, which is down on deck 4. So yeah, we're gonna skip up to deck 16. All right, now we are up on 16, deck 16, and we are deck 16 aft. This is the deck where you're gonna find the Lido. All right, so we are here. We're gonna go out, check out the Tides pool bar area, show you Shaq's Big Chicken. We'll come back in through the marketplace and work our way out to the Blue Iguana, and then we won't go into the stateroom areas. So we're coming out here to the Tides pool. So this is the Tides pool area. You've got the bar, the Tides bar right here. And lots of seating once again. And then the pool area, a couple hot tubs, Kind of got that infinity wall right there with a beautiful view when the ship's moving. And then up here on deck 17, where those folks are coming down the stairs, is one of the smoking areas. It's the one area on the ship that's designated for like cigars and pipes. But I did see somebody smoking a cigar out by bar 820. So, all right, Shaq's Big Chicken. Did our review of that.
Did on the thing.
Yeah. And then we're gonna come in here to the Lido Marketplace area. And they have lots of hand washing stations throughout the ship, which is good. So on either side of the Lido Marketplace, you're gonna find various buffet areas, beverage areas. And they usually have different stuff every day on the buffet. So they kind of have the lunch foods out right now. As we come over this way, they've got shawarma, a gelato area, and sea dogs. Some nice looking dogs there.
What is this? This is the chorizo sauce. And what's that one? This is ceviche. This is the ceviche.
But lots of seating areas. And occasionally through here you will find these beer stations where you can basically scan your sail and sign card if it works, and then pour yourself a beer. So, salad bar, some desserts,
We got some bread, lots of bread.
lots of seating.
Basically a copy of the other side, so we'll just go down one side.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically the same on the other side, so. Another beer station, more buffets, beverage station, and then
Change the hand washing thing on here too. On other ships, they have where you stick your hands in those holes,
oh yeah,
and it like swirls around and stuff.
yeah,
This is just regular sinks.
right. Yeah, I forgot about that, but yeah. It's a regular sink area.
She needs five.
Alright, so now coming out onto the Lido deck. We've got the Red Frog. Pool area. You can see it's a double decker. then of course there's the towel hut over there where you can get towels, exchange towels. You can even purchase a towel if you like the Carnival towels. You want to take one home, you can purchase one there. And then over here we have the Blue Iguana now. On some of the other ships, this area was the Guy's Pig and Anchor. On the Celebration and on the Mardi Gras, Guy's Pig and Anchor is up there on deck 17. So we'll show that when we get up there. But pretty much through those doors, you're going to the stateroom area. And then over here we've got street eats. So there's the Seafood Shack. Now the Seafood Shack is an upcharge. But it's not terribly expensive. I mean, you can see you can get buckets of shrimp, clam strips, calamari. Of course, you can get a lobster roll, New England clam chowder, crab cake, fish and chips, seafood platter. And then you can go for steamed lobster and snow crab, as well as peel and eat shrimp, market price. Get it by the pound. So this is not included, but these are. So time fries, it's not open right now, but every day they do some different variation of French fries. We had the other day we had they were Philly cheesesteak fries. Then you have the Steam Dream, which is usually some type of an Asian cuisine. And then the Mad Sizzle. So these are included. And they're just small portions too, so they're great for sharing. There's a beverage station. And that is deck 16 on the Lido deck. We're gonna come back this way and go up to deck 17. All right, so now we are up here on deck 17. We are 17 forward, so, you know, there's some seating
It's really
here.
mid, but
Yeah, it's really mid, but you can't get any further forward here.
'cause it's staterooms.
Yeah, because it's all staterooms back there.
We really should have started back there probably so that we could come
Yeah.
up to 18.
Right. But here they've got the big screen. They do the dive-in movies.
There's the second level of the Red Frog.
Yeah, there's the second level to the Red Frog. And we can walk over that way because that's where Guy's Burgers is. But then you can see it kind of gets choppy, right? So you got deck 18 over here and over there. And then 19 is technically where the roller coaster is. But there's nothing in the middle. So if you're going from one side to the other, you got to take these stairs. And I think if you go up these stairs, you'll go to the Serenity area. Up these stairs. And we'll do that. Might just be a little...
You can tell the difference in, well, they're pretty close to the same size. But
Yeah. So here's the upper level of the Red Frog. And then back here is where you're gonna find Guy's Burger Joint on the Celebration, and the Mardi Gras is in the same spot.
which cuts down on the traffic on the Lido, but it's kind of gets the breeze and it's kind of stuffy.
Yeah. So here's the guys' burger area and their seating area. But like Angie said, it cuts down on the traffic on the Lido deck because you would see big lines, and you can see they've got the kind of the corral type deal here to go in for guys, but there's not a lot of air movement. They got a couple fans here, a couple fans there, but when you get back in this space here, it's hot. But these are the guys' burgers. Ringer. Chilius Maximus. And one of my favorites, the pig patty. So you just go up there, they'll hook you up. How you doing? And then when you come out here, they've got additional toppings that you can put on your burger. So there's chili, onions, pretty much everything you need. And then different sauces. Yeah. So that's basically guys. Yeah, we can go that way. Oh yeah, and then you got the Circle C. Club O2's up here somewhere too.
You just saw, it was right next to there.
Oh. Apparently it was right next to there. Club
Hey,
O2.
guys.
Circle C, and then the Warehouse Arcade.
Kind of small for such a big ship.
Yeah. They got a lot of these virtual reality type games, in addition to some of the classics. The prize hub, you can check your card balance, you know, but I mean, you might spend $10 to get 150 tickets to get a prize that costs you a quarter out of a gumball machine. And if you spend a lot of time in here, you might get enough tickets to win an iPad mini. Again, some of the classics. And the basketball throw. And again, you can go straight out and back outside. And Ange found a duck. Right there. All right, so we did hide some ducks ourselves on this one. And then we've got some to hide next week too. Show them that one again, Ange.
This is a little teeny tiny one. Ours are a little bit bigger than this.
Ours are a little bit bigger, but
But other people's are like way bigger.
yeah. And who's this?
M and Harry.
M and Harry. Thanks, M and Harry.
Doesn't say where they're from or anything.
Yeah. All right.
So now we want to go to 18.
Yeah. So that's 17. And here we are on 18. So we just came up from 17 out to the ultimate playground.
This is right behind the big screen.
Yeah.
Notice how narrow the jogging path is.
Yeah, there's the jogging path. Yeah. It's pretty narrow. We're right behind the big screen. And you can see which way you need to go for bolt, ropes course, sports court, waterworks, mini golf.
Ropes course is closed right now because we're in port, but that's where you would go up to it.
Yeah. So you got the ropes course up there. Got some foosball tables and the sports court for the basketball fans.
We met a friend who that's all he came to do.
Yeah, we met a
Didn't know
guy
his name.
from Memphis,
Yeah.
and he said he was going to be up here tearing up this basketball court all week. Of course, we're coming up on the whale tail.
This ropes course has a look over here. You can zip line
Oh yeah,
over the side a little bit and land on here, or you can walk across that, so you can choose which way you want to go.
yeah.
We have a video of two of our kids doing that on the Mardi Gras, which we could maybe put into there so you can kind of see.
Yeah. And there's Bolt. Again, not in operation right now because we're docked. But yeah, you can see just how narrow this.
$15 per person for 2 laps, I believe.
$15 per person for 2 laps.
No more than 2 people on.
And there's a height weight requirement too. I think it's 300 pounds
I'm
each.
not sure. It
Something
might
like
be on
that.
the other side.
And we're coming into waterworks. We got the slides.
They have one slide that drops you, like you just stand in it and the floor opens up. I believe that is the orange one. Yeah.
So the orange one just drops you.
You just stand in it, they shut the door, and then they drop you.
And back here we got the mini golf or putt-putt.
Too hot.
Yeah, it is warm. But again, lots of seating options pretty much anywhere you are on the ship.
Here's the height we zip around.
Oh yeah.
You're even be too tall. You have to be less than 6'5", 6'5" or less, and 4'4", and under 300 pounds. Oh, you can stand on that?
Yeah.
It tells you?
Doesn't tell you your weight, but it just, if you're under 300 pounds, it flashes green, I think.
Well, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah. You can stand on it. It'll check your height and your weight. And it does not read out your weight for obvious reasons.
I mean, if you're this close to, then at least you could use that as a judge.
Yeah. And that weight is per person. So if you're like 305, they won't let you ride it even if it's by yourself.
But they'll let 298-pound people ride it, I bet.
Yes, they will. I remember that from the last time. All right, so this is basically deck 18 over here, and then we're gonna go back down to 17 and then up to 18 in the Serenity area.
Not bad in the shade.
No, it's not very humid. It is warm. It's probably, I'd say it's probably close to 80 degrees, but it's not very. Yeah, it's supposed to be a high of 84, but it's not humid at all. I guess that's one of the nice things about sailing in, January, February, even March kind of time frames is that it's warm, but it's much more mild from a humidity standpoint. So it's not like, when you're sailing in like June, July, August, it's balmy. So now we're coming up deck 18 to the Serenity area. And you can see we got some loungers.
Past that.
Yeah, I know. Serenity's back here, but we're coming up to that area, and they've got loungers here so you can watch the dive-in movies or just get your sun on.
Finding one. It's just a matter of whether or not you're sitting here.
Right.
And then
So here we are. Coming up on the Serenity area, which is adults only. So you gotta be over 18. Is it 21?
I don't know. We'd have to check.
Anyway, it's adults only. And then up there are some like spaces that you can actually rent those out.
12.90.
Yeah.
I think that is special. Before
Hot
we got
tubs.
on here, you could rent one for a whole week. It was a special, I think, because they hadn't rented them for $13.50. $1,350 for the week.
And how many people does that accommodate?
I don't remember.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad if you had a group that pitched in on it. So we're just trying to keep the noise volume down to a minimum. Come in here. Beautiful Serenity pool area. Again, typically pretty quiet back here. The Serenity bar.
19 above.
Yeah.
Other side.
Yeah. Go around here. And then that's the pool area for the Loft 19. And just, if you happen to have that space, remember that it is glassed in so people can see you in the water up there, which, really shouldn't be a problem, but something to be aware of. Oh yeah. On sea days, they have this Fresh Creations, nice salad bar. Just go on back here, get some views of San Juan. Beautiful San Juan. Got the fort area over there. Well, I'll get you in there. And there you go. So you can see the fort.
Oh, it looks like a ship coming. To your right. See it moving? No, right there. Straight ahead where you're at.
Oh yeah.
Can't tell what it is. If it's like a cruise ship or not.
Kind of looks like a cruise ship.
Just has a weird back end.
Yeah. There's a ship coming into port. Yeah. So you
The
can.
Walgreens, if you need to get off and get something, because the ship doesn't have.
Yeah, there's a
much in the way
Walgreens.
of-
There's a Walgreens right there. The ship doesn't have much in the way of sundries, so if you need something, you know, that would be a good spot to maybe get off and grab it. Then you got Senior Frogs right there. Good place to grab a beverage. And then you can walk down the street there, and there you can see little huts down there, but they have street vendors set up. And then you kind of go into like that green space area, and then you can follow it around wherever you want. You can go to the right and go into kind of like the old San Juan area and whatnot. And if memory serves, and we'll see next week, but there's like a park area there, and they have some more vendors, and you know, you can find stuff there, lots of goodies, hand-rolled cigars, things like that. So really cool place to walk around, which we'll be checking out more next week, because we'll be back in San Juan on part 2 of our back-to-back. And that is really it for the ship tour. Deck 19 has got some of the rental spaces and basically where you would go to ride Bolt. And that's about it. So hope you enjoyed the tour. If you liked it, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, become part of Gangway Nation.